All right, so I've got the deer lined up so the head is a bit lower than the butt. I put some snow onto the side to hold her in spot because she's the right weight. Not super heavy, but heavy enough. Big exit wound, lots of blood, so probably a double lung and maybe even a heart with this one. So I'm gonna open her up. I'm gonna do her butthole first, and then we'll do the rest of it. I'm gonna put gloves on though this time, just because there's so much blood on there and I don't feel like getting my shirt all dirty. I'm gonna have to drag this one, so what I'm gonna do is I made a little slit under the there's a little tendon under there. I'm gonna put a stick through under that tendon right there, like so. Tie a string on that, tie it to her front legs, and I can drag her easy. All right, I'm gonna start off by moving her to a spot where there's a bit of an angle. So in other words, I can spin her around so her butt is higher than her head. That'll move the intestines up into her chest cavity, give me a bit more room to work with. Probably all wondering, why am I gonna wear gloves? Well, I'm wearing gloves because I've got them for one thing, and secondly, she's gonna be really bloody and I don't wanna get all over my shirt and stuff, so I guess I could not worry about it, but first things first, let's cut around her butthole. It's got a bit of urine coming out. Let's get the snow out of there. Let the snow deal with that. Get the rest of her bladder drained. She's got some crap in there too. We'll milk that out of there in a bit. Lots of bladder. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to. All right. We'll come back to this in a second here. I'm just gonna help get some crap out. And all the bladder, it's obviously draining, so I may as well take advantage of it. I don't have to worry about it so much then when it comes time to actually open her up. Thankfully, there's lots of snow. All right. So we're gonna start by cutting around her anus. And then we're gonna cut from about her chest bone right there, just down to here. We'll reach inside, grab her esophagus, and pull everything else out. Not sure you can see that, but all I'm doing is I'm just cutting in on both sides of the anus all the way around. Now she's full. Tuck this up into my shirt. Going in about 3 inches, a little less than that maybe. I'm gonna try hard not to perforate her bowel. The goal is I want this thing released so I can pull it out from the inside. This way a little bit. The other side, oh, there's the leaking. Probably got her liver too, looks like. That's why she's bleeding so much, I guess. All right. I got that thing released almost. Okay, I think I cut all the way around pretty much. Some of that tissue out of there at the back. Okay, now we'll open her up. It's gonna be a bloody mess, I think. Yeah, exit wound came back a little bit deep. So, definitely got lungs in it. Looks like some liver contents, maybe even stomach contents. I sure hope not. Thought I was high enough. Thankfully it's not a moose. So find the breastbone up here somewhere, right about up here. What I want to do is I'm going to cut down with the hair, so that way I don't slice so much hair. You don't have to open it up too big, but I'm going to do that right about from here. So I'm going to grab a bit, make an incision in the skin only. Maybe you can't see that, but I'm only went through the skin and not the body cavity. Once I get that opened up all the way, then I can see what I'm doing a bit more. Oh, all right. I cut right through her udder. So now you can see I've got the body cavity. I can see the skin underneath. Just gonna open this up a bit more here. Maybe gonna go to the side a bit more here. Let's get this thing here, shall we? Just cutting through the udder. So now we can see there's her stomach contents in there. Now we're gonna do the same thing. Some people will do it from up here and go down, some from down from up. Doesn't really matter. I could maybe open it up a little bit more here. Breaking my own rule and cutting against the grain, but it's handy because I'm standing here like this already. There we go. Now we're just gonna open her up. So I'm gonna go from top to bottom. So I'm gonna make a slight incision there, very carefully, to get my fingers in. Once my fingers are in, I can raise up on it. So I'm lifting up on it. Knife is just between it, just the tip. And I'm actually pushing my fingers down with the knife in the middle at the same time. Just to open up the body cavity. Try and do it without stabbing myself if I can. Not in a good spot. I'm gonna move her over a little bit here. Move her up a bit more. There we go. A bit better. Now I'm gonna do the same thing going up. Again, fingers in between, really careful. Lifting up on the skin, which gives me a gap, so I won't cut organs. That'll be bad. All right, now we'll do the same thing down here. Gotta go a little further though. Again, being really careful. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach in, I'm gonna grab her butt, and I'm gonna squeeze around the colon. And I'm gonna squeeze it up this way, which will move all the poop back up into the bowels. More room in here. There we go. It's kind of like a rubber hose. You squeeze it, and it'll come. Now I didn't cut enough out. It's not gonna come loose on me. I need to get a bit more crazy here. Well, we're getting close. Let's see here. Oh, that's why I didn't go deep enough there. Fix that up in a second. All right, there we go. I'm gonna reach up inside and cut the esophagus and bring it down. Gosh, she's full. Lots of air. Oh yeah, I did get her upper stomach. Now I'm just gonna cut the diaphragm out. Reach up inside here. Get that esophagus. reach my knife in there and not slice myself at the same time. I'm just moving some material out of the way, some of that diaphragm. Where is that esophagus? There it is. Now very carefully, I'm just sliding in the knife up above my hand. I'm going to cut the esophagus off. Set that over there. And just pull. And everything comes out. Yeah, I got her top of her stomach. Ah, crap. She was facing towards me. And as she ran, well, that's her liver I got. Yeah, I'll cut that up. Good. There we go. Because I trimmed it out, it all comes out in one piece. Yeah, pretty bad. Got the top of her stomach right there. Shoot. Oh, well, at least it's the upper stomach, not the bottom. All it is half digested grass. That's it. It's all out. Move her up here so she drains a little bit. Oh. What the hell is in her stomach? Liver's good and clean. Oh, it looks messy. See, I just nicked the top of the stomach. Just nicked it. That's too bad. Well, it's just clean the grass and stuff out anyways. Liver's nice and clean. Everything looks good there. Heart down here. Did not get her heart. Just missed it, I guess. We'll pull that out in a second here. You can see why I'm wearing gloves. Figured this one might have been a bit messy. Sometimes that happens, all right. Can't help it. It just does. There we go. Set that over here in the clean snow. That's it. Her stomach is absolutely packed. So the shot went in just behind her right shoulder. I guess she was facing towards me more than I thought. And it exited about 6 inches back, 7 inches back from her shoulder, and somehow I clipped the top of her stomach. But that's it, John. Or whoever else is listening.
What I'm doing here is I'm just using the blood in the body cavity to wash out all the grass and all the pieces and parts. And I realized that when I pulled out her colon, it actually stayed in her butt and it ripped off. I must have nicked it when I was cutting it, so I had to actually go recut it out again so it would drain. I realized there was still a whole bunch of grass and bits and pieces up inside the chest cavity there. So even though I used the blood to wash it out, I was just using a bit of snow to kind of wipe it out, just to clean it because I was there and it was convenient.
I thought I'd show you this. Nothing fancy. Just an old Moron knife that I cut the guard off of. Works just fine. Yeah, I know, that looks like a horrible mess, doesn't it? A lot of blood in the snow. I'm gonna have to drag this one, so what I'm gonna do is I made a little slit under the there's a little tendon under there. I'm gonna put a stick through under that tendon right there, like so. Tie a string on that, tie it to her front legs, and I can drag her easy.